Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. I just found out some interesting news on social media today. Now, apparently, I know a lot of people, including myself, love the movie Beaches with Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey. I mean, it's definitely a timeless classic. But I read today that there will be a remake on the movie Beaches, and honestly, my first thought was, like, is this true? Like, are you serious? And sure enough, I looked it up, and um, Indina Menzel, who voices Elsa in Frozen, and was in the Broadway version of Wicked, it has been cast as Bette Midler's character, Cece Bloom. So it's official, and I have mixed views about it because I really don't like it when movies are remade. Now, some remakes are okay, but then just some movies should just be left alone. Like, I believe this movie came out around Beaches, Steel Magnolias. That was a great movie, and it had a great cast. It had Julia Roberts, Sally Field, Shirley MacLaine, and etc. Had a lot of great people. And then Lifetime remade Steel Magnolias, and the thing about that is that when because I watched Steel Magnolias, I watched the Lifetime version of it, and it just didn't seem as special as the original one. It just seemed to have lost that spark. It's just like, okay, we've been there, done that, we've already seen that. And with Beaches is just such a special movie. I mean, I've mentioned in a lot of my videos before on my channel how much Beaches has meant to me. Beaches is just basically Beaches is about friendship and how sometimes those friends you have are really like your family, and it's better to have one friend that'll last a lifetime than have a ton of friends who don't really care, or a ton of friends that'll just come and go away. It's really it's really something special when you have that one friend like that who's there with you no matter what. I mean, Beaches shows you what a true friend is, and I feel like with them remaking it, I feel like it's going to ruin Beaches for everyone, because like I mentioned with the whole Steel Magnolias thing, when I saw that, it just seems like we already saw that. I feel like I have nothing against Indina Menzel herself, but I feel like when they remake Beaches, it's just like we've already seen this before. It's just like nothing new. I mean, every time I watch the original Beaches with Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey, it's such a great movie that I always feel like I'm watching it for the first time, and I really don't think you could replace Bette Midler or Barbara Hershey. Those two seem to, in the movie, they seem to work really well together, and they just seem to be a great team, and I just I feel like nobody can replace them, and I also feel like with them remaking the movie, I feel like the characters won't mean as much to us as the original version. And another thing about the remaking of Beaches, they had a movie come out earlier this year called Miss You Already, and the critics called it a modern version of Beaches. They didn't say it was a like Beaches. They just said the critics said it's like a modern version of Beaches. So, of course, me being a fan of Beaches, checked out Miss You Already, and I won't give anything away. In fact, I've been meaning to do a Beaches and Miss You Already comparison, but from what I saw from Miss You Already, they didn't really copy anything from Beaches. It just seems it had some similarities like in Beaches, but nothing was the same. There wasn't CC Bloom or Hillary Whitney. They had totally different names, totally different occupations. They had um both had different things going on in their personal lives than in Beaches, but I did see a lot of similarities in Beaches, like some of the personal problems, not everything, but some of the personal problems and trials they faced. Wasn't exactly it wasn't exactly the same as Beaches at all. It just had some similarities, and I thought that was a great movie because it didn't copy anything. It wasn't the same. And I feel like writers today, like I really don't like it when they make remakes because it just seems like they're lacking originality. They can't come up with anything new, so they're just gonna remake something. It's just, I don't know. Feel free to comment down below on your thoughts and opinions of the Beaches remake. Like I said, I have nothing against Idina Menzel at all. I'm sure, I've always been a fan of hers, but I don't know. I mean, I really love Beaches. I'm a huge Beaches fan. That movie that movie is not just a movie for me. It has done so much for me in my life. Especially with Barbara Hershey and her character. Because of Beaches, I was able to actually find my own Beaches friend, and we have like a similar kind of friendship like Hillary and Cece did, in the sense that we've been friends for years, but we don't live in the same neighborhood or even state. Distance keeps us apart, but we always keep in touch. We always make sure we stay in contact with each other. I mean, in Beaches they wrote letters, but nowadays we talk or text or FaceTime, and at least once a year or once every 2 years, because this summer we actually met for the first time in 2 years. So it was a lot. We think it's really cool that we have a similar friendship like Cece and Hillary did. And Beaches really taught me. I mean, with me having autism, I've never had many friends, and people have always told me it's imperative that you have to have a lot of friends. You have to have so many friends. I mean, I don't know, they made me feel like I was nothing without friends, but I learned from Beaches, like I mentioned before, that it's better to have one friendship that'll last a lifetime than a whole group of friends that, don't really care, or just like talking about you behind your back and all that stuff. And that's what I have with my friend. We accept each other, we understand each other, we like each other for who we are, and we're always there for each other no matter what, even though distance keeps us apart. So I'm sure Beaches have that's what Beaches means to me, and I really have Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey to thank for that, because I wouldn't have my friend if it wasn't for Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey. So thank you, Bette Midler, and thank you, Barbara. So comment down below about your feelings about the Beaches remake, and feel free to comment about what Beaches means to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely go and watch Beaches. Until next time, stay regal.